Hello, welcome back to Mark's House and Garden UK. This is Cycas Revoluta. It's one of a collection of plants which I've purchased for my arid desert gravel bed just here. I've also bought a Yucca rostrata which is already planted over my left hand shoulder, and I've got some agaves and there's several other plants. Now I've already done a video on the Yucca rostrata. In this video I'm going to plant this Cycas Revoluta, also known as the Sago palm, but it's not a palm because it's more closely related to conifers, and it does actually produce a cone in the top. Now I found a fascinating video on these from a chap that was growing them in the States, and of course they are more acquainted to very hot, very dry climates, so they do very well in places like Texas. I'll put a link to the video I found on this plant in the description box below this video, because in that video there is one of these which is much bigger than this and has a cone in the top, so it'll be interesting for you to see that. Now this plant is not hardy in the UK, so I was thinking of taking a chance and leaving it outside and trying to protect it through the winter, but I visited a garden last week called Abbeywood, and they had one in a walled garden, and they are plant experts, and theirs died over the winter, so I don't feel qualified to take the chance and risk it, so I am going to bring this in for the winter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repot it into a bigger pot, this one here, which I've adapted. As you can see, I've put lots of holes in this pot. That's to help with drainage, because this plant doesn't want to have wet roots. It likes to be in quite nice soil, but it has to be very well drained. So I'm going to plant this, repot it into here in a mixture of compost and gravel and grit, and then I'm going to dig a hole and bury this pot in the ground. And then at winter time I can lift that whole pot up and take it indoors to a position where it's got lots of light, but it will never have freezing temperatures because it just won't cope with the cold. Now the sago palm, it is where they get sago from, but most parts of the raw plant, the unprocessed plant, are poisonous, so I'm wearing a coat and gloves, and I've also got safety goggles, and I'm wrapping it to protect myself from it because it's quite sharp and spiky. And that's what you can see me doing here with these bits of cloth. That's so that I can handle it more easily when I come to take it out of the pot that it's in and repot it into the pot that it's going in. Now the name Cycas Revoluta. Revoluta, where do you think that comes from? I know because I've read about it, but I'm not going to tell you. Have a think about it. And I will put the reason why it's called Revoluta in the description box below this video. So when you're looking for that link to that other video, you'll also find the reason why that's called Revoluta. So I've got to get it out of that pot, repot it in that one, and get it in a hole in the ground here. Now this bed is going to be covered in golden gravel, the same as the gravel that's on the parterre at the front of the cottage. So that won't be visible. It'll be buried below the gravel surface. So let's get on with the job now. Let's see if we can get this out of this pot. I think this is going to be a challenge. I'm going to gently lay it on its side. Let's see if I can get it out of here. And sometimes I think it's a good idea to give it a sharp tap with a hammer to help it become released. Let's see if that works. Off it comes. And that's got a nicely developed root system actually. So I'm quite pleased with that root ball. I'm actually going to do a bit of damage to that and sort of break it out. It's kind of root bound into that pot, and it's kind of circular root system. So let's just kind of break that up a bit so that the roots can start growing outwards. Not doing too much damage to it. I think that'll do. Just broken them up a bit so that when it goes into its new pot, you can start going outwards. And this is the new pot, and you can see there I've made some holes. I've got an electric drill here, and it's got one of those drill bits on it. Basically that makes bigger holes. I'll just show you. You basically just taking out a circular plastic disc, and I'm hoping that those drainage holes will make this pot very well drained. Apparently the sago palm doesn't need a big root system, but we'll see when we pull it out of the ground towards the end of the year whether it's managed to grow lots of roots and if they come out of those holes. That's for a future video. Next thing to do is dig a hole here where it's going, big enough for that pot to be almost submerged. I'll put it here because it gets lots of light. This is south facing and west facing, and it loves light. It doesn't mind being watered well, but it's got to have good drainage because the roots mustn't stay wet, because then they'll get root rot. And everything I'm telling you we'll put in the description box below this video. So the next thing to do is to go and get my long handled Irish spade, which is around here somewhere, and as usual I've put my tool down out of reach, so I shall just grab it and dig a hole somewhere around here. I'm going to keep the soil that I dig out to one side. It's quite gravelly and sandy, so I will reuse it in the pot, but I'll also add a bit of compost just to give it a bit of food. Whenever you're planting a plant, plant it somewhere where it's got room to grow. If I was to plant it too close to this, it wouldn't have room to grow. That can grow. That can have a spread of 2 meters. I don't think it will in the UK because we just don't have the temperatures and the heat. But I'll place it closer to the edge there so it has got room to spread out when it wants to. So as you can see there, that's a nice big hole with a flat bottom so that it's good and stable. The nice thing about where I live is we're kind of on a foot of topsoil, and then below that there is sand. You can actually see the sand in the colour of the soil, and the sand makes it very well drained. So any plants that planted in here will have good drainage by default, but those holes will help any excess moisture get through the walls of that plastic pot. So that's going to get planted into there. Before I plant it, I'm just going to backfill using my hoe. Of course, some of that soil is going into the pot, not bothered about that. It's going to be full of soil in a minute, but this will just stabilise it into the position. And you can see that the pot is protruding slightly above ground level there, can you see? And I will be able to lift that out. Might take 2 of us to lift it out in the winter time. Nice and stable that now. So, next thing I'm going to do is get the soil here that's going to be used for repotting it, and just add a bit of compost. It's good sandy, gritty soil, very well drained, but I'm going to add a bit of nutrients and nourishment in the form of compost, and then we'll get the plant into the pot. Not going to need a lot. These plants are used to surviving in desert conditions, but I am going to give it a little bit of supplementary nutrition. Now, I want this plant, when it's planted, to be at the level of the top of that pot. So let's get some of that soil into the bottom. About right, I think. even in ideal circumstances. This will only produce 3 or 4 new leaves every year. So it's not a fast growing plant. And you can cut the leaves off from the bottom up and it will form kind of a trunk. But do remember, if ever you're pruning this plant, that the offcuts are poisonous. So if you've got a dog or a child that might be tempted to put something in its mouth, or a dog that wants to chew it, make sure that you clear everything up. Apparently dogs have died from chewing the stalks and leaves of this plant. Right, that's about right, isn't it? I'm not going to unleash it yet because I want to fill the pot up. But let's get some of this soil inside the pot around the base. This is my long-handled Irish spade, which if you follow my channel you'll know about. It's a great tool. It's good for shoveling and digging and reaching. You can get round the back of things, as you can see, like that. And I shall put the link to it in the description box below this video, along with the link to the hoe and the grubbing hoe, the gloves and the safety goggles, which I should be wearing now, but I'm not. And if you buy them through my links, I do get a commission, which I do appreciate. All the commissions I receive go back into the garden to buy plants like this, and then I can do videos on them. Anyway, waffling a little bit, let's get this planted in. And I'm just reversing the handle of the long-handled Irish spade to just compact that in. Can't get my heel in, so this is the next best thing, just to ensure that there is contact between the roots and the new soil medium that it's planted into. Now you might be looking at that and thinking that plastic plant pot rim is slightly ugly, and I wouldn't disagree with you, but when 2 tons of golden gravel arrive in a couple of weeks' time, that is going to disappear under the gravel very discreetly, so you won't see it until I come to dig it up for winter protection, and I'll cover winter protection in another video, which no doubt I shall link at the end of this one. I'm also going to compact the soil around the bottom of the pot as well, because I don't want any air pockets, and if those roots do come through those holes that I've made, they'll have some soil to feed off. Right, there we go. Cycas Revoluta. If you want to know what Revoluta means, look in the description box below this video. If you want to see a huge specimen, there's a link to a video of a guy in the States who's got some fantastic Cycas Revolutas. I'm going to water this now. I'm going to give it a really good watering actually, because the root ball was quite dry. But the nice thing about it is it can drain well, so I will let it dry out completely between watering. Shall we unleash it? There it is. Oh, we've enjoyed that. I'm a member of a gym, but I don't think I need it in the summertime when I'm doing my gardening. Anyway, I'll see you soon for some more arid desert gravel bed adventures. Agave's next. Bye for now.